Hello everybody. Yesterday we had a Mercedes CLA-Class C118 250 electric hybrid one with an engine code 118.386. It's built from 2020 to 2025. The problem was that the high voltage battery couldn't be charged anymore. In our fault scan we could see a lot of fault codes about the locking mechanism of the charging cable. So we had fault code P13 delta 8. We also had P13 delta Charlie, P13 Echo 8, P13 Echo 9, P2 Delta Bravo Charlie, and P2 Delta Bravo Delta. All are related to the sensor or the locking motor of the charging cable. So we looked at the diagram, and here we have the locking motor over there with the sensor. It has one wire to unlock, one wire to lock the motor, and this is our sensor signal. So we can see there is one resistor and there are two switch in or switch off resistors. So we used our picoscope to measure up there. Cable is disconnected at the moment, but the locking mechanism is normally over here. I just removed it. This is the emergency unlocking. Because there was no information in Excentry and no information on WIS or on DDTSB what the voltage of the sensor should be, so we took our one car from our sales and we measured the signal on the sensor wire, and we can see it in purple. The base voltage is at 4 volt, and then it locks the motor. I think this is resistor number 1, which comes in series or parallel, sorry, and then this is the other one, and then the voltage is at 9.1 volt. So we took this purple wire as a reference line, and we measured that problem car. Here we can see that the lock motor is switched on 3 times. It tries to lock it, but if we look at the sensor voltage, already the base voltage is at 4.7, so a little bit higher than the purple one. Then it locks, but the voltage isn't correct as the purple one. The voltage is at 11.6. So it unlocks it, locks it again, unlocks and locks it again, and then even that the cable is locked, because we couldn't take out the cable anymore, the voltage on the signal wire is much lower than the one on the purple. So purple known good, 2 resistors, 2 voltage levels, and the green one way too high, and at the end way too low. So we took out locking motor. This is the locking motor, with that it is open within the connector. Tomorrow the new one will arrive, and then we'll look if we made the correct decision. This is the red one, is the emergency release mechanism. So tomorrow we will know more, but of course we will send all this information to DDDSB. So it would be nice if somebody has the same faults, that he knows what voltage he should expect on the sensor wire. So in our case, on a known good car, the base voltage is at 4. Then it switches, then the sensor goes up to 1 voltage and then down to another voltage. And if it's locked, it should be around 9 volt. Why does it switch up to 12 volt at first? I will show you in the diagram. If it locks the motor, it will set a power feed for 12 volt on this wire, and this wire is connected with the 3 resistors in parallel, and then it goes to the sensor wire. So that's why at first we have a base voltage of 4 volt, then resistor number 1 comes in, and then resistor number 2 comes in, and that will divide the voltage and gives the correct voltage level to the unit to see that the cable is locked. So tomorrow we will know more. I hope DDTSB will make a TSB about it, because this year we were number 1 of the most delivered TSBs to DDTSB, and I would sure be one of the top 5 next year to go to the Denmark. So tomorrow we know we made the right decision, and I will show you if everything is working again. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share. Thank you very much. I also took some measurements when I disconnect the connector on the sensor. Now, like we said, we had around 4 volt as a base voltage, and if we disconnect the plug on the sensor, we have a voltage of around 10 volt. So if the resistors are in series, when the mechanism is locked, this voltage changes to the values we showed before. So here we see the locking signal with the correct voltage levels and the unlocking. And if we use Xentry, hope you can hear it. Unlocking, locking, unlocking, locking. So everything is working again.